Hello, Collective. Welcome into your reading today. So, I just heard your sovereign self. And when I heard that, I had just looked to see what time it was, and it was 5:45. And it's giving me the impression that there's a lot of changes all around you that you are making or are happening for the purpose of you stabilizing that, for grounding in this most sovereign time of your life. So I want to get into the message here a little bit and see what it is Spirit wants to tell you about your most sovereign self. So as far as energy goes, your energy, what does the collective need to know? The energy to tap into for their most sovereign self. Tell me about the collective's energy for their most sovereign self. Ooh, I feel a little flowy all of a sudden. Floaty. So being in the flow. On the bottom is collaboration. I feel like that's this angelic assistance. Look at this white angel here, front and center. We have a white lion and a white unicorn. So staying in this very new, pure state of learning feels like will be very beneficial for you. And look here, we have this warrior out here assisting. I'm picking up on vibes of Hecate. Maybe you resonate with any of these deities. Sun god, Diana, fairy energy. Speaking of that, oh my gosh, I did a reading. Let's see, did it post? Gosh, I can't even remember when it posted. It posted yesterday. So it posted on the 10th. About 31 minutes into that reading, when I was watching it back, it looks like an orb. I stopped because I was saying I felt like there was a shocking moment, like a shock or a realization. And I kind of went, I stopped. It looked like this orb came down right in front of my mouth and went towards the camera. Craziest thing. I watched it over and over because I was just like, wow, that was amazing. So, perhaps you've been seeing orbs. Consciousness, staying in a state of mindful consciousness is going to best benefit your sovereignty. Conscious about your actions, what you do, what you say, planning for something, planning ahead. That's card number, did I even show you? Card number 9. Being very present, staying in the present, not focusing too much in the past, too much in the future. We can create plans, but what I'm getting is that also, can we create plans without a fixed expectation? Can we create a plan that I would like to move towards this? And any step you get closer to that, being grateful and thankful for that. Receptivity, card number 44. That 4, it's 455. which are the same numbers I said when I started with the 545. Being open to receive. And it also feels like being open to receive higher consciousness. I'm hearing activity. Like allowing the guides in. I'm seeing like someone beating on the door. Let me in. Let me in. So being open and receptive, and it's something about the fact of questions. Allow yourself to ponder a question. When someone tells you something matter-of-factly, be open to, well, what if that's not true? What if that is true? What could be another underlying truth that goes along with that? Is that the whole truth? It's something about exploring consciousness. Okay, so being open to exploring new ways of thinking. Okay, so that is what's most helpful for your energy. What is it that's happening here? For the collective, what's happening? So in becoming this super sovereign self, triple S, say that 10 times fast, super sovereign self, what is it that's actually going on? Why are we becoming our most sovereign self? On the bottom, Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. So embracing that uniqueness, I know the reading that that was before this, I believe, that had to do with the sixes, was about embracing this uniqueness. We are creating our most unique self. Like, I feel like that's the whole goal here, is separating from all other societal beliefs and thinking for ourselves. We have the divine matrix, interconnectedness, synchronicity, and coincidences. Also, from that other reading I'm talking about, I haven't uploaded it yet, so I don't know. I will link it in this one, because I don't know when they're getting posted, how long it's going to take them to upload. But I will link it in the description, because this particular image, the flower of life, was also in that reading. So we are connected, interconnected with everything. That does not mean we have to take everything with us and hold it as our personal truth or belief or way of doing things. We can be unique. The central sun, abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. Regenerating your success. That's what's happening. As you create your own sovereign life, you are doing it in your unique manner, your original style, and that is what's regenerating your success. The Akashic Records, clearing old stories, releasing past lives, and freedom. Oh, wow. I'm hearing every time you clear. What? Every time you clear. So every time you clear these old stories, stories you've been telling yourself, stories other people have told yourself, like, oh, I could never do that, or I'll never have that kind of lifestyle. When you clear the story of that and see that that's not true, if you at least see it as a possibility, it has the opportunity to come towards you. It's just clearing the story. Will it come towards you? Will it not? That remains to be seen. But when you clear the story that it can't, or I could never, it at least has a shot, right? 11:11 on the timer. Solar light upgrade, solar plexus chakra, inner fire, and willpower. Okay. I feel, and I'm just noting as I looked down, my candle is also this very yellow color. This golden light. And these two cards, very strong yellow. And the red, orange, and yellow. And what I am feeling is some sort of a preparation for Lionsgate. We'll see if we get any more confirmation out of that. But that's really what I'm picking up on right now. The 8-8 portal. The 888 collective. 1221 as I said that. You're starting to see life is mirroring to you something. And this is preparing you for your future, your sovereign life. Okay. Sorry. I'm definitely seeing a card from the Urban Crow Oracle in my mind's eye. So, what is the challenge here? Or what is it? First of all, what do we need to know about what's happening? We're clearing old stories, becoming our most unique self, with the understanding that we're all connected. And this is gearing up. This is firing up your solar plexus of that willpower and that drive. Like, I want to do, I want to go, I want to achieve. So first of all, what else do we need to know about what's happening? Because I'm really feeling a preparation. Caching. You're conserving energy. You're pulling in, you're drawing in and saving energy for something. Okay, can we get one more, please? It's like you're saving up. Memory. So in this clearing old stories, interesting. Just seeing, this is card 7 and this is card 29, which equals 11, 711. That could be That's today's date, as a matter of fact. You're remembering what's happening. You are remembering old stories that no longer work for you. And as you release those, you're creating new memories. You're storing these new memories where that old one used to believe. And that's taking you into this abundance. Okay. So what is the challenge here? Did you see that? That card flipped all the way over. 360. Okay, I kind of got to peek what that is. Curiosity. Oh my gosh, I had to peek. Card number 11. Your curiosity is getting a full upgrade. Like all the way around. That's that different way of thinking, the consciousness, being open to receive this information. And it's like not taking it for what it's worth, just as it was said or as it was presented, but having curiosity about it and asking questions. So, and I did ask, what's the challenge? So the challenge could be in your own your creativity. Okay, could be your own creativity, but it feels like a story that you've told yourself, like, oh, I'm not a creative person. Yes, you are. If you're on this earth, you're creative. Maybe it's turning over that idea of what is your meaning of creativity? Anyone that has helped produce a child, you just created. Anyone that's ever mentored someone else or a child, teachers, creative. It's like shifting or turning your definition of words, like creativity. If you decorate a home really nicely, you are creative. You make really great money at your job, let's say. You're creative in that manner, in that field. You are. So it's like looking at yourself as the creator of this sovereign life. You are a creator. You are creative. So the challenge could be in thinking that you are. What else? The challenge. Bottom of the deck is anomaly. Again, all this white. This very angelic energy. Where was that other card? Here. It was the bottom of the deck. White, pure, learning something new. You can teach an old dog new tricks. You can. Maybe that's one belief to shift. The solidarity. This is your uniqueness. You are unique. And I think that we can get caught up in society thinking, oh, well, we're just like everybody else. No, you are not. You will stand out when you choose to stand out. When you believe you can stand out. When you believe you're the creator. Okay, challenge. We have balance. We have isolation. And we have mischief. The challenge is finding balance in those moments when you feel like you don't know what you're doing. I'm seeing this balance as in mind and body, because with the isolation, if you are thinking you're not a creative person, you're not a creative being, that could lead you to a place of isolation, staying inside. Well, why should I even go out? Because that's not going to happen. This will never happen for me. I'll never win. You know that saying with the lottery or even going to the casinos, you got to play to win. You will never win if you never play. Now, this is not encouraging you to play the lottery. This is about balance, bringing that into balance. That could simply mean you got to play to win. You got to go outside and have the conversation with your new neighbor if you want to build a good relationship with them. At least introduce yourself. It's not just, playing the lottery or going to the casino or doing whatever. It's taking a chance on life. You have to balance out this isolation with something. Like, go get into a little mischief. Get out and about. Sometimes it might go your way and sometimes it might not. Or if you're constantly out there creating mischief, you need to balance it out with some alone time, some time to self. This is going to be the challenge at this time of not overdoing something one way or the other. I feel like there's something else here about this anomaly. Oh my gosh. And there's curiosity right under it. And under that, distance. Hold on. Pardon me. Okay, I don't know what's going on, but that hit me very suddenly. Like, got choked up, and then all of a sudden I thought I was going to sneeze and cough all at the same time. This feels like getting something up and out, releasing, both of those, sneezing, blowing your nose, coughing, expelling, is getting things out. I feel like you might be curious about a new life and how to go about it and how to create it with your sovereign self. And it may look far away to you, when the truth of the matter is it's right there. You just have to go out and play with it. You just have to get out there, try different things, try new restaurants, try new shopping areas. If you think you can only afford stuff at a dollar store, test out TJ Maxx. Go to the clearance aisle. It's about getting out there and discovering something new. There's old beliefs that we have that we can shift, that is going to help us in this abundant stage. It's like planning and preparing. You're going to have an abundant life. And how are you going to do and live and choose to put money away or spend money here? Because it's not necessarily about frugal, although it can be. But it's like, get in the mindset that you need to learn how to manage your energy, manage your finances, manage your family, and create a balanced world. You have to go play with it. It's like you may have said, oh, I'm not going in that store. That just looks dumb. Or you don't like the look of the front of the building, let's say. But you play with it and you go and you realize that the person who works in there is the most fabulous, loving, caring, helpful person. And they teach you something new. Whether it's just about you, of taking chances, or teach you something about your health, or teach you something about, oh, well, you should try out this place over here because it's great. There's something here about that. It's like we have protection and freedom. Sometimes we can protect ourselves too much. Our ego keeps us too protected. I feel like provided was wanting to come out. Yeah, it's that the influence of the shadow is dominating some beliefs. And it's not allowing our creativity out. And we have to teach, as our own sovereign self and our own sovereign life, we have to teach that inner child part of us, that inner shadow that has fears. We have to teach that part of ourself. We can do this. We can be this. We can shift. We can change. Look, I took a chance today and it paid off. Every time you do that, it's building that stronger foundation of yours. Okay, so talk to me about the outcome. I'm being reminded here of the Lemurian seed codes is on the bottom, and under that is karmic board clearing. Something about the fact that your love, this love connection with the divine of where you come from, is helping you clear out these old stories that just simply are no longer true or never were true. I mean, we're all different. We've all learned different things along the way. It may have been very beneficial at one time. Now it's not. Your sensitivity and your uniqueness is what's helping clear this path. And it's helping your shadow, this ego side, to live with grace. Allowing grace to emerge. Outcome. Okay. Oh my gosh. Pardon me. My gosh, you guys, the clearing is real. All of a sudden, it was 29:29 when I said that. My nose just started pouring. Like, we are really clearing out. And this all has to do with from the throat up, right? All of these symptoms that I'm having. And it's a clearing of the headspace. This is that clearing your old storage. Clear out your storage. Clear out your storage unit. Reorganize. Okay. What can you tell us about guidance? I feel like clearing out your storage unit is part of the guidance. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Voices. You're seeing clearly now. You're seeing changes. 10 of Emotions. This is that sifting, sorting. Do I want this? Do I not? What makes me happy? We have the 2 of Voices, which is the 2 of Swords reversed, and Temperance reversed. All of these changes, all of these blocks, it's like they're not blocking anymore. It's like something broke away from the edge and now it's kind of floating around in here, and that's where you go in and you sift and sort. So it's gaining clarity on these old beliefs. We have 9 of Voices, and we have 5 of Materials. You're clearing out, that's this lack mindset. That's this old worries over not having enough. Be open to receiving more. That is the guidance. Let go of all of the blocks. Allow yourself to be a little unstable. That's how this whole started out. I had that feeling of just kind of like floating. We don't have to make snap decisions. We can. Is that benefiting us? Sometimes. It's gaining the clarity on how to act, when to act, what to do, what action is best at this appropriate time, what tool is best to use at this appropriate time for this particular outcome. So with this guidance, following the guidance, what is the outcome? The outcome is releasing all of those old emotions. It's like we can look back at something with nostalgia and remember the good times there. If we allow ourselves to sit and sulk in the old emotions, nothing new is going to happen. But when you let it go and be like, yeah, man, that was a great time. Back in the day, we used to do this in high school, kind of a thing, whatever. And when that's like taking the memory with you and turning it into the inspiration, turning it into something new. How could we do something similar in today, more our way? And that's what's allowing the justice. When you can balance that out, those old stories, and release, your most sovereign self emerges. That's the outcome. And look, this child, you go back to being free and happy and pure. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Voices. This is a whole new way of thinking, a whole new way. This is that purity. You're stepping into it, a whole new way of discerning information, storing information, speaking. It's all new. And it might feel a little for a minute. Remember, be open to this receptivity and receiving a new consciousness. Be open to receive. That's what's so important right now. because in abundance, you're going to receive. So whatever it is, receiving that information, that experience, that money perhaps is what's preparing you for this abundant phase. I have a strong feeling we're going to get into some more prominent Lionsgate messages. This is preparing you for Lionsgate because it's a huge manifestation portal. 3535 on the timer, which is 88. All right, collective. This 888 collective, welcome to your abundance. Continue to go out there and lead with love, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.